All right. Are we filming? All right. So just finished the taillights. They look exceptional. We got the Off-the-Turnbuckle hood latches, blackout edition. So show you guys what comes.
Like,
We got some stickers, some instructions. Nice, great packaging.
we also have the instructions on there as well. So it's just a QR code for instructions. Every single box of all our products will have the instructions on the box. We kind of moved away from the paper, trying to save the trees, you know what I mean?
It'd be good too, because if you're like me, you'll probably lose instructions. So this, like I said, is the blackout edition, so it is all black. We decided to go with that. Goes with the theme of the truck a little bit better. And I'm going to have Ryan kind of break it down for you guys.
Yeah, so you're going to get, there's a couple mini caveats, not too bad. Basically, you have nice rubber gaskets for the backside, so you're going to get, you know, everything has a frequency, right? So vibration. So this is going to stop any kind of buffering between the two metals, so you don't wreck the paint on the Jeep. When you take the OE ones off, you'll probably see paint that's messed up from OE, but we went a step further and did this for you guys. So, like Taylor was saying, it's all blackout. We do have these in a regular stainless, so everything's 3/16 stainless for the hardware and the rod ends and the D10 pin. This is all machine billet, right from chunks of aluminum, and it's all keywayed. So that's going to be your plate that sits on the hood. It keyways to fit. All your adjustability is through the turnbuckle. And I don't know if I was thinking about like WWF, like 80s wrestlers when I did Off the Turnbuckle, but that's kind of what it's called, and it's kind of fun. Yeah, so basically we just mount that guy on just like this, adjust the hood. We'll show you all that. But like I said, nobody else does actual billet machine. We even have Jeep, the low-down Jeep 392 with the 42s, I think. They're Jeep from Jeep. They have these on the Jeep. So if they're good enough for Jeep, they're good enough for me, you, and everybody else.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and in all this hardware as well, we're the only guys that give you stainless hardware, so every single nut, bolt, washer is all stainless steel. And like I said, all our stuff's lifetime warranty, so you don't have to worry about that. And I guess now we got to do the hard work in the sun. We took a break into the shade under the tent.
Yeah, quite hot out.
So now we're gonna go sweaty balls.
All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and do the install. So you're going to go ahead and take your pin out. This will be your top. Go ahead and take that with an Allen.
Probably want the other end. So when you do this, so PVD coating's still a coating. So what you want to do, two things, caveat for in tools. So you want to wipe all your tools clean because there's something called a carbon transfer, right? So carbon from the tool, that old stuff you've been using, will deposit old carbon and crap onto all the new stuff. So you want to wipe it, clean it, like a brake clean or something. My tools are reasonably clean at this point. And then when you go to do this stuff, you just be careful. Just nice and easy, because you don't want to, it's the strongest coating we can put on, but it's only so thick regardless. You just don't want to damage the black coating if you can help it. And then when you take this out, it's nice to do it over something like a table, because there's going to be a spacer inside here between the rod end and the actual stanchion, and you'll just see it drop. So basically we're taking this apart so we can install the bottom block onto the bottom of the fender.
There it is right there.
Yeah, so don't lose that guy. Rod end's cool, you can just leave that. And then basically we're going to grab the bigger Allen screw, the bigger body washer, and the nut, and you're going to want a 13 mil wrench. And then I can't remember, but in the instructions it tells you exactly the size of that Allen. And we're going to grab that Allen, and we're going to do the hardest part of the install. So I'm going to put the hood up so we have more room to work with. You can do either way and switch sides depending if you like the profile down or the profile 90. Just oh, water. So basically we're going to need the rubber gasket. I forgot. So you're going to want to get that rubber gasket. You're going to line that up. Basically that big hole in the OE hole, you're just going to put it in there. And then what I like to do, is grab the Allen, secure that, and then you got smaller hands than me, so you want to, flat side into the compression side of the actual clamp load. Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Now the harder one, the nut. This is the hardest one. You got to get magical. Got it?
I think so.
All right, you got the, oh, here we have the 13 mil.
Yep.
So 13 mil wrench to hold the backside of the nut.
All right.
I can help out. So basically you want to turn that a bit. And then you're kind of just basically lining it up with the gasket as best you can in behind it. It's a little, got a little torque on it because it's a lock nut. Stover C's are too aggressive. So if you can probably, you still going okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So once that gets a little harder, then I'll use the wrench
Alright.
to tighten up the backside. Obviously you can do this one guy, but we're gonna do it a little quicker so we can go get something to drink. It's hot.
Yeah.
So if you come to Smoky Mountain, don't forget it's hot. So just hold this a little bit. So we're just gonna basically you just kind of want to closely just hold it roughly in place. Doesn't have to be crazy tight. That's good, nice and snug. No, so that gets us that part.
Oh, that's the bottom portion. All right, so you just saw us put the lower portion on. Then you're gonna put your bolt in with your spacer. Then you got your rod end turnbuckle. We're just gonna tighten this up.
Yeah, give her a little bit of a, yeah, that's only has 5 minutes.
All right. Now we'll move on to the top portion.
Yeah.
Space and lower the hood.
Yeah, so I like to do that. So I like just put anything like a block of wood or a t-shirt, like not a t-shirt, maybe one without barf, sweater, whatever you want. But basically all you want to do is just bring the hood down enough where we can just space it out a little bit, just so you can get your hands in here. Right? So I'll pass you some stuff. All right, so like you saw before, give the keyway. Taylor had the top ready to go. And you're just gonna match those guys up. So you got your buffer.
Alright.
And you're gonna have your longer bolt. Basically, I like to start the longer bolt. Longer bolt obviously goes through more material on the top one and just fits through there. And then we can pop over to the hood.
Alright.
So basically, just find that top keyway hole there, the slotted one. Yeah, and then we're gonna have our flat washer next. So 90 flat cut side to the back. Yeah, you just gotta get in there. And then I got the nut, so
Alright.
basically we're just gonna start the bolt really quick. And then you're gonna get the smaller one. Got it?
Yep.
There you go, super easy. All right, so then all we're gonna do here is same kind of teamwork, makes the dream work.
Just gonna bust it out and get out of this heat.
Yeah. You wanna do the
Bottom?
bottom? Yeah, sure. So you just make sure it's nice, kind of hanging out straight. And I'll just tighten this guy. These things don't have to be crazy tight or anything. You just want to snug and maybe just a little extra ugga-dugga, you know. So I'm getting there, feeling the, boom, there we go, I think we're good. Just move to the top bolt. And these are all just OE locations. So there's no drilling, there's no cutting, there's no auging anything out. This is all just a couple hand tools.
Super simple install.
Yeah, very easy. I haven't heard how them apples in about 25 years. I'm gonna ask them tomorrow.
Apples to apples.
I'm
A
gonna-
lot of
I'm
apples.
gonna be like, how about them oranges? I'm gonna change it up on them. All right, so we're snugged up.
Tangerines crooked.
Yeah, right. All right, so basically from this point, so the next part is pretty easy. So we're just gonna wanna, so you're just gonna wanna start these anyway. So we're just gonna push down the hood a little bit. We just wanna get that in place. Okay, and this is still loose. We're gonna come back to the other side. Installation is all the same. So we just push down the hood a little bit, just for now, so we can start this. So that gives us installed. So now the next trick is basically, if you notice, if I move, these are just jam nuts. So if I move the turnbuckle, you can kind of see the hood getting higher and lower. Okay, that's the beauty of these. So all I ever do is I just take my finger, same finger, and I'm gonna go like this. Okay. and they come over here and go, oh, maybe I can bring it up. So then I'm just gonna relieve it. So then you know it's even. If you want a measuring tape, you're that kind of guy, go right ahead. I'm more of a finger kind of guy. So I finger blast the hood a little bit, make sure it's good. I'm going, that's even. So then all I'm gonna do is straighten these guys up. I'm gonna bring these in by hand really quick. So they're in by hand. So they're left-right thread, right? So I'm just gonna get a set of tools here. I'm gonna hold, and I'm gonna tighten those down, and then we're all locked in. So you can kind of do whatever you want. You know, adjustable wrench is good. So if you're really finicky, like fancy,
Finicky?
yeah, like you're like, oh, I'm kind of particular. So you can put green painter's tape on these surfaces and just make sure you have clean tools, or you can be super careful. And all you're gonna do is just tighten that one. And like I said, they're left, right hand thread, right? So we're tighten both nuts the same way, and that's gonna fight against each other. So that's it. You never have to touch those again. Just make sure you muscle those nice.